Alright, now I'm recording.
Alright, is this gonna be capture or kill?
Capture, since we don't know if if there is more than one of these guys at the current moment, so I'm taking the suggestion by the idea that we should at least start off by capturing to see if we can't conduct some research on it to, you know, better counteract
involved?
it. Yeah, Hito is involved. On this one. Because unfortunately, I don't know how to handle this guy without the help of Hito.
That raider from yesterday just joined.
Okay, let me take a look at it.
Alright, Viper. Since you wanted to talk first, where have you seen the cave dweller at mostly?
Well,
What would I say mostly where they came from?
it was like coming from here
deep
all
section?
the way down here. Yeah, the deep section. I always see
Alright,
them
where
from
would
there.
you say
Sometimes
they've
appear
been
right there.
at the most?
Definitely right by this door, right here.
The deep section?
Yeah, so red
yeah,
X
but
right
like
there.
right before entering it. And it sometimes
other
appears from the
locations?
draft.
Oh, that's left.
Not the draft, I mean the elevator.
I'd say like the most. So it came from the deep section, right?
Let me ask again. What did you say this section was? Oh my god, the controller drift.
That's where the big vein is. That's where the big vein is.
So this is vein 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. So this is the blocked area where we, Jesus, the controller...
Yeah,
one
that's
second.
blocked.
I gotta... This is gonna look weird, but I gotta fix my controller drift. 1 second. I gotta, like, rock around with it. Okay. Alright. Alright, so... Here's the deal. The reason why I want to explain my reasoning behind why the cave dweller is priority at the current moment, considering this is our first checkpoint, and this is where we have the sightings of the cave dweller most commonly. Actually, in fact, I think this is the only place we've really truly saw the cave dweller. He's coming to us
I think
because,
we can say he came from vein 1 too, right? Like he's mostly in the vein 1.
Right,
I
yeah.
think he peeks out, right?
So this is the entrance. That's
you guys agree?
elevator. Right, yeah. So this is vein 1. Yeah. So I would say he'd probably come from this here. This might be his little divot, his house, which we've collected minerals from vein 1. As you know, Rubinite. If you guys haven't already accompanied with yourselves with Rubinite, like dark. I know you have no idea what that is.
Down in the big vein, so
Right over there,
he
there's a little
definitely
red
came
crystal.
from
That's
down here.
Rubinite.
Oh, that was a fruit snack.
What? Okay, never mind. Sorry.
I'd say he probably came from the blocked off area. He's probably blocked it, so...
That's possible. I mean, because originally you have to think about right here where we enter the deeper section of the cave. This was originally blocked off too, and we had to get We had to send a mining team down there to mine off that wall so we could enter this bigger location here and be able to access vein 2.
Origin is that, right? I don't know.
That's not how you spell origin.
Oh,
It's
never
I.
mind, no.
It's I-N.
You need to learn how to spell.
I don't fucking care.
You need to learn how to spell.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right,
You know what you
professionalism.
Fuck
Look,
up. There's
professional.
only one typo, bro.
Okay, all right, professionally. I'm
You
sorry.
keep
My bad. All
interrupting
right,
me,
listen.
yo.
Listen. All right, I'm. So, the reason why I want to get this cave dweller, which is most likely going to be here, do we have any ideas or any equipment that Hito has that we could lure the thing out like much faster if we're going after him?
I mean, how does he come out? We
Well,
have to basically talk
he
to the
doesn't
people
like
that
shit
were in
talk.
there.
We're going to have to kind of set up like we are setting up an operation here. We're going to have to play it off like this is another cave
I would have
shift.
to tell from Viper and Vosk. How
Who's
does he
done
come
cave
out?
shifts?
Like,
I
how
haven't
does he
done a
get
cave.
to
I
you?
haven't been on a cave shift in a really long time. Has anyone here been on a recent cave shift? I don't know whether or not to believe that because I don't know if you were here yesterday or not. I don't know when you started showing up.
I was here yesterday, but
He was? Okay, so he was there in the cave shift.
I was
Never
not here
mind. Look,
yesterday.
were you in the cave shift? Either of you? Cave shift?
I
You know,
was.
going down. Okay. When was last time you went? Yesterday?
A couple of days ago.
Oh, okay. Did the cave
I don't
dweller
know.
show up?
Pretty sure it
Yes.
was mainly the sucker. I don't know. It happened so many times.
It was the cave dweller and it was the chainsaw guy. The cave dweller
Okay,
was
well, his original
mostly
classification
at the
is
front.
Chainsaw Ripper, but between you and me, I call him the Ass Ripper because I like to make jokes. So, anyway.
We're getting kind of
Why
off
don't you
topic.
call,
I'm asking,
yeah.
how does he come out? Viper, how does he come out? What usually happens?
Well, this
Usually just
I don't know.
One at a time, he said
why
Viper,
it
you're
doesn't
not
come
Viper.
out,
Dart, shut up.
but fuck
So
you.
usually he'll just come from the vein 2. Like I don't see him come there, but I just see him appear most of the time. And he'll run at the door before we're able to close it and stay there and look at us for a couple. And if we don't shut
So
it in time,
basically
he
we
just
can lure
goes
him at
out,
the checkpoint.
kills us.
Yeah, we're going to lure him to the checkpoint. See, the deal is, I've noticed from the cave shifts I've seen and from reports, every time someone is working at the checkpoint, I've noticed that the cave dweller has always come to that door area there and is always kind of lurking in that area. So, yeah, we're going to lure him there. But he, I don't think he attacks, like, straight away, but he's definitely trying to. That's why we have that door there to cut off that section. But I've known that, you know, generators, limited power source, it's a heavy strain on the generators with them big old doors. So, and that guy has been probably damaging, has he been known to damage the doors, Viper?
He'll bang on them, but then run straight in. But also, what about the other two? How do we know they're not going to interfere?
The
The
other
sucker
well,
and the
I
chainsaw
think
guy.
the
okay, well I know there's a chainsaw guy, but what was the other dude?
well,
I've
thing
only
is,
known
I
of the
think
cave
the
dweller and
cave
the
roller is
chainsaw.
most frequent and most dangerous. So
I agree.
he has killed
The
too many people.
The sucker will pull you in from afar.
I haven't seen
Wow.
the sucker yet, so
He
I'm-
rarely shows up. Yeah, he's more
I-
of a rarity, so I guess it doesn't prevent us from going further.
Yeah, and
And
could
it's
also
the
appear
same thing
outside the
for the chainsaw guy or whoever that guy is.
the Ripper,
He
the
barely
chainsaw
shows
Ripper,
up either.
really what you called him. We really called him that anyway.
I guess we call him the chainsaw ripper.
Or the Ripper,
We'll
or
just call him the chainsaw anomaly.
Sawyer. Call him Sawyer. Anyway, no, seriously. So if we lure him out here, I would assume that you would set up your hyper elite death ops in this checkpoint. I would assume you'd get your
Hide
equipment,
somewhere, yeah.
your guys. Yeah, I guess somewhere between the area. So that's the elevator there. Okay. How close are we to cleaning out the resources from and Ribbonite from Vein 1? Because I know there's a
It
lot.
should be near complete. With him gone, we can mine the rest of it out.
Right, because once we get this out,
And then we can
I'm
start
trying to
opening
figure
them.
out if are we mining through Vein 1 and linking it to Vein 2, or we're just going to close it off?
I'd say yes, we could do that.
Okay, because look, my
It
main
gives us
priority
more
right now
transportation options.
is, and I'm going to give everybody, you both got, well, let me, Dark, I'm assuming you have a question.
No,
I can't hear
don't
you.
have a question.
Oh.
I've been trying to
Never
tell
mind.
you.
Okay,
I didn't have a question. I've been trying to tell you something.
well then,
The
tell me.
thing that lures him, I don't know what lures him, but if it seems like if you like
we already
keep
gone
talking
across
to him
that,
or shit
the
talk to him.
checkpoint.
Well,
Which
what
you
about the
actually
checkpoint,
did bring
right?
something up. I feel like when people shoot at him or whatever, I've seen it too. He gets really angry and he starts running.
Yeah.
So shooting at him will anger him. Especially the thing is with shooting him, it's really pretty much useless. So
I wish I could get an
definitely, I
analysis
think it would
on
be real-
his...
you did a good call with capture, so you did a good job with that.
Right.
Because it would be really extremely
Well,
hard and it will cause
talking-
a lot of casualties doing kills.
Well,
Just dark-
talking to
Because
him
it seems
lures
to
him.
Dark,
Hold on. Because it seems to barely dent him when shooting at him.
I have
so
a question.
I think capture would definitely help.
See, look, I don't really
Yeah.
have... I wish I had an analysis on the cave dweller's eyesight and visionary works, where he seems thermal, infrared, if he sees in basic colors like humans do, if he's colorblind, anything like that. The reason why I ask, because I also wonder if... Because you have just crafted flashbangs for your Hito to use. So you've made
We did
flashbangs.
just come across new technology, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if you guys can use this tactical weaponry to go in and visually impair the, well, first, I think, look, listen, I really do have a plan here. So this is checkpoint where we're going to lure him. we're going to need one of our big, if we can load it down there, I'd say if we have enough people around, more people, the less chance. I'm not really sure if it's more people or less people that lures the cave dweller. I don't know. Does anyone know? Is it more or less?
Pretty sure it's more, but I got
What?
Contact
What did you say?
with the cave dweller?
Well, like, what lures them out more? More people or less people? I mean, because I... 1 second.
Well, as far as I know, all I seen was that there's only few people. Well, I got from intel, if there's only few people that go out there, they don't come back. If there's
Okay,
a lot
well,
of
look.
people, nothing happens.
If we can, since this is the... hang on 1 second. Since this is our entrance, and this is where our elevator is, and we've done some construction here so that we can now move vehicles and heavy loads up and down this shaft, I'd say we would probably have to get one of my big old containment boxes, you know, like what we did for the contractor, and we would have to load it down in here. And this is just an idea. We could have it set.
To be honest, I'd say we can't have the bio container. We would have to use a regular container, those big ones.
Right.
Because he's huge. So.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so using one of those containers, if we can fit it down there. What would we have? Can we fit it down there?
We're gonna have to try. I mean, I don't think we can now.
Because if we can't, then we'd have to do more mining to fit something like that down there, which is not really.
Well,
we don't really have the time.
If we
for
can't,
at the current
yeah,
moment.
we don't. So we'd have to figure out a plan how.
Because what I was going to say is, if we could get some kind of containment thing down here, we would basically have to have. I'm not going to say sacrifice, but we're going to have to have someone to lure him in the containment cell in the checkpoint, so we don't shut the door on him. Let him go into the containment cell, slam it shut, haul him out of there. But I would say, in order to get him into the container, or to like, you know, stop him from escaping or causing him problems, you have your flashbang.
So a regular container would work. So.
Yeah, no, I know, but you have your flashbang, so we could, if it'll work, we use the flashbang on the anomaly to disorient it for the time being, so that we can move it into the container.
But even if they do work, I doubt it'll be easy to get him easily stunned enough. So we might have to do it multiple times.
Okay, let's start.
The thing is, we don't know though, but if he does, I'm pretty sure, just intel, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get mad. If anybody has any altercation with him, like if anybody's fighting back against him, he will definitely get mad, because that's all we've seen.
Okay, so you've got to clarify
between like throwing stuff, look at him,
don't use lethal force. Don't use lethal force unless absolutely necessary.
Well, the thing is, any use of force will get him mad. Looking at him, like I said, looking at him, videotaping him or whatever, just gets him mad. Even shooting at him gets him mad.
Right, well, we're going to have to use tactical weaponry, such as a flashbang.
Yeah, so all I'm going to say is that we can, but it's going to be...
So,
he might go around
we understand that his skin texture...
So we have to do it at least 3 to 4 times.
We understand that his skin and tissue and muscle tissue is impervious to...
durable as hell.
It's durable. It's impervious to bullets, laser weapons. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, like I was gonna say.
Let me stand over here so I can see you guys.
A thing about him, I don't know, but maybe I think he could fuck around with the wiring, because we did our full power, and then it cut off the moment he got to the door. We had full power, and then the moment we closed the door, power went out.
That was because people are stupid in keeping the door closed. It runs on limited power.
Yeah, it's a generator. It's not lit. We have to every time it runs out, we have to send people down there to fix the generator, give it more power to run another shift. It's actually very annoying, and also wastes resources and time, because we really look.
Viper?
The main reason why we're trying to take care of the cave dweller, the most common anomaly, right?
Viper.
Oh.
You had a question?
So how about we get it to the door? If it stands at the door, we drop the container on its flipping head, like a trap, like a bell. Just drop it on.
I'm gonna drop it on it.
We dig a bunch of things up it.
But we don't have time to dig or mine.
We don't have time. Yeah, we don't have time for digging.
We've run the risk of getting people killed just trying to set up the whole situation. We gotta be able to get in and get out with this.
We could.
No questions from you? No questions or comments? No, that's okay. Just make sure.
Man.
How are we gonna get him inside the crate, though?
Well, this is the thing.
Well, that's what
we can transfer one of these chambers we could transport one of these chambers in there, have it look like there's
I think he
just a
means-
normal
I
cave.
think he means the
like
what?
What?
This isn't a
like
chamber.
this. Like
This
the,
is that's a
What are you talking
centerpiece.
about, man?
oh,
It's not. That's for something completely different.
well, the chamber that guy was
Can't move
that
it.
chamber that guy was in, sitting down. The chamber that guy was in, sitting down.
Are you taking? Okay, look.
We
Listen. Let
could-
me let me
we
let
could-
me
What are
give
you
you a really
talking about?
fast summary because we're really wasting time with that right now. We'll give you a fast summary of what happened with the contractor. Okay, we put him inside a what was it called? Biohazard containment. Right. Yeah, we put him in a biohazard.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
we could get a biohazard
need a biohazard.
container and
We
we
don't
could
need that
put
one
it
because
there.
this guy, for one, the guy is too large, and two, he's not necessarily a biohazard. He's not a shadow anomaly. He's just a monster class. It's just more like a wild animal, if anything. That's
Well, I'm
That is-
talking about we could put like a chamber in there to capture him, and then we could have it look
That's
like
stupid.
just a normal cave, so
That's
we
the
can lure
idea.
him. We can lure him into a circle, and then the moment he's in the circle, we close it down.
There
Again,
is
that's-
no circle. There's
yeah,
only
see,
one
we
way
have
in and out for
flashbangs
the
to
tunnels.
try
There's
and
there's nothing that
disorient him.
circles.
look. Okay, hold that thought. Let me get back.
I
to
said
what
the
was
only
saying.
thing that circles is here, but it's risk of getting him to the surface, and we don't want him doing that. 'Cause then he goes
Yeah.
out into the fucking wild.
No,
and-
I'm talking about
And I
having
doubt
a
he wants to leave
chamber
anyways.
in
His
here.
name is a cave dweller. He dwells in the cave.
Well, no, I'm talking about having a chamber, like maybe a circle chamber.
Okay,
for,
So,
somewhere
Oh,
so
let
we
me-
have a
cave.
container right here. How is that going to work at all?
Okay, let me
'Cause
explain.
he's
So
down in
you're
the
not
deeper
very, you're
caves.
not paying
He
attention to the
came
map.
from the
Let me.
deeper caves. Yeah, you're not
One
very
second,
paying
boss.
much attention.
One second. Look, this area right here. This is our entrance to the cave. That's the cave entrance. This big space right here is the cave quadrant. Where when we first did the first expedition into this cave, we had multiple openings out to the side. I think these rest of these openings are closed off. I'm not really sure, but
Yeah, they're
this
closed
is the
off.
main
They're caved
path.
up now.
See, this path right here leads to the elevator, which is the which this right here leads us down to here. That's the checkpoint. This is where the circle would be, if at all. But we're not doing that right now. Look, let me explain
That's
my
where
reasoning.
the station is, with like the doors and all that. That's the checkpoint.
See, let me explain a couple things
but
that I
the
feel
thing
like
is,
is important
I
information.
I'm-
One second,
I'm
one second,
just-
Viper.
I'm just saying, okay.
Okay, so look. The reason why I want to do this is because, as you can see here, we have more block. Now, I understand we need to try and collect as much resources from Vein 1 and Vein 2, connect them to the two. I get that. But at the same time, as far as my research goes, I'm really curious to know what else this cave has to offer and how deep it goes. This is our next point where we have to mine. Now, I've already been here by myself with a tool to try and cut through the stone. It's pretty thick. I wasn't able to get through it with the tool I had. I was the only guy doing it. That's besides the point. I got here and... See, originally,
You didn't
it
have
was
enough
the
time anyways, because he started chasing.
yeah. See, we were
So,
in
I
Cave
didn't
2,
have time
and
to cut it open.
and Meta alerted me that there was something going on in here, and we needed to get out fast. When we got back to the checkpoint, I said, "I'm not done with my expedition. I want to know what's still in there." So I went back in there. I think Viper, did you follow me? Was it you? No.
Let's just assume, yeah.
Well, anyway, someone followed me. I went back in here, and I went back to see, because when we come here, we immediately went into Vein 2 when we explored this. We never went down. See, and it was super dark, so when you're standing here, you're not able to see this blockade. I had to walk all the way down here to find out it was blocked off. However, I want to get a mining team to mine this out, and we start getting further into this cave. Because yes, we have this humongous amount of resources, but this is Rubinite. There's possibly more useful and better things that we could find besides this further beyond the blocked, but that's not the important thing right now. I just wanted to clarify that. The problem is the cave dweller, and the deal is, I want to clarify with the cave dweller, is that when we capture him, now I don't know if there's offspring or siblings or more versions of the cave dweller, but the one we know of, we're going to contain that and conduct research on it through the containment and maybe take samples and bring them here to the lab. If there are any more cave dwellers down there, then they are to, if some way we can do research, we can find a way to exterminate, we have Hito exterminate the rest of them if they become a problem again, if there is any day. As for the other anomalies, that's not yet a concern yet. Now, what did you, Viper had a thing to say earlier, so I'll just, because I don't want to, I'll take turns with you two. Viper, didn't you have something to say?
How about we make like a hologram, making it think it's a cave and a person running like out away from him, like shooting at him and stuff.
Well, we
And we
don't
put,
have
like-
any holograms.
Well, to add to his idea,
What
we
the
do
hell?
have
Oh,
the
no.
ability to use some kind of equipment to play kind of like a sound lure, if you will, like something that plays audio that would lure it. So perhaps that
But
would
we
work.
don't know if he would be easily fooled like that because he is smart. You know, smart
Okay.
enough to where, you know, he can get hurt by multiple people going in the cave rather than one person and he can easily get them. So it's pretty smart.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd say we go to the use of getting someone to bait him. So we would have to have bait. But we make sure that he won't die. As to, you know, we'll have a trap set for him.
What Dark?
A good thing is, maybe I have a suspicion that he's not good with the light because a lot of times is when the teams go down there and when they go missing, it's always when the lights are off.
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, and every time,
So he hates the
every
light.
time they, and every time he has
flashbangs
a
would work.
chance, and look, this is the thing. Every time he has a chance to just go under the door, but he doesn't because the lights are on. But the moment the lights go off, he right away does that. And as well, someone went in there with a light, and he was not spotted ever again until until the gate closed. He was in there by himself, and then light was just on, no body, nothing.
Yeah,
So
the
maybe he
cave-
is afraid of the light. So maybe if we let's say we get him somewhere. Let's say we put the trap here. We could have him lure right over here, and then the light flashes
So,
at each corner, so he can't run away, and he's stuck at one area.
Alright, back up, Dark. I appreciate your point, I see, but lad, that's a good point observation that he doesn't like lights. This is why I suggested the flashbangs. New equipment that Lagoria just formed for us. Or Hado. So one second.
Have someone
Okay, sorry, my
inside.
recording cuts when I get a notification. So
Before we even start to like start trapping him, we still need to know if light is actually a weakness, so we can have
do.
someone go in there.
I need
Okay,
we're pretty aware.
so
We've had several shifts, I assure you. Alright, well hold that thought. Okay, hang on. Just give me a second. Okay. So we know that light is a high possibility of weakness. He's been known to be attracted to more people. I have this theory about the cave
less
dweller.
people.
Less people. Okay.
less
I have
less
this.
people.
Lagoria said it. I got it. You haven't been doing a bunch of cave shifts like everybody else has. You've been there for one. Anyway, look. I have this theory about the cave dweller. This is a serious, important factor that I want to warn everybody about as far as the threat level. Because obviously it's a monster class type. And with that being said, this gives the strongest possibility. Now, this is going to sound really weird and may sound off topic when I mention this, but I'm being serious when I say this because this has relevance. Are you guys aware of or heard of the skull crawlers from Kong Skull Island, that movie? I know this sounds irrelevant, but it's relevant. Okay, right. So
Yeah.
the deal with those creatures is they had a thing that is high metabolism. And because of that, they are always needing to eat. You know, they're constantly eating food, and you'll even see them throw up the bones and part of the food just to eat again, because that's such a high metabolism. They're constantly having to eat. I have this theory that this thing is always looking for something to eat. Yes, I know he dwells in the caves, but when there's people around, I have a feeling that he probably has a higher metabolism than, I wouldn't say super high, but a pretty high metabolism that causes him to constantly trying to come in and eat, well, the people who become casualties in the checkpoint. This right here is checkpoint A. What I also want to say is that this is our only checkpoint. Once we open up this, we'll be able to set up maybe a second checkpoint a little bit beyond this point here.
We will
And that's
be
what
able
we
to
wanted
add
it.
another checkpoint because we'll go heavily into mining.
But yeah, my theory is that it's a high metabolism creature. Yes, Dark.
Okay, so what you said, maybe if it's attracted to less people, and if it wants people, if it's really hungry every time, we could use raiders, like people we don't need for bait. We
Well,
could
that's kind of.
have.
I mean, I get your point, but it's kind of immoral. I mean, no, I definitely get your point, but it's still on a unless it's like Legion. I don't think we do that. Yes, I understand that we have a dislike for raiders and rebels,
yeah.
but like it's still immoral, and we're not.
Well,
evil
we know
military.
we could have like.
We're not trying
like,
to be Legion, okay?
No, I know. I'm just saying we could have just 5
It's not
people
wrong,
to
though.
use
It would
for.
be the easiest way if we use people
Instead
as
of
bait, but not
losing
to get
our
killed.
men, we could lose people we don't need. 5, let's say 5 people we get. Those
The only
5
problem
people
I
will
hang on,
have.
let me stop you right there. The only problem I have with that is the possible risk, because see, the deal is none of STAG wants rebels, Legion, raiders, anybody who's not authorized to be in that cave, because now the cave is property of STAG. So even if they go down there, if by some chance they survive, that could be an issue, because then
This is the thing. We won't let them escape. We won't let them escape. We're gonna have them go down there, and if they survive,
that's the idea.
If they
Look,
survive,
there's even if we say we won't let them escape, even if it's very minute, there is still the slightest chance.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give the point that we don't want anybody banning a group to try and go and steal our valuable resources, because then we have to fight for them, and that causes more casualties if we get into skirmishes and battles. It's not what we're trying to do.
Look,
now, I get your point. I do get your point. One second, Viper, you had something to say.
Let me explain.
Hang on. Let Viper speak, because I don't want to leave him on hold for so long.
Let him
I'm taking
speak.
turns with you.
How would the cave dweller be there for so long without eating anybody? How would it survive? It would eventually have starved.
You have a good point. So
The
that's
thing
why
is,
my
people
hype.
go down there every day. So
That is true.
I guess he's just lucky.
Like before, when the cave was blocked off,
Well,
what would it eat?
there's been.
How
I've
do
heard
you
that
know
there's
he's
been
probably
people going.
Like, who knows? Maybe he does have a slow metabolism. Maybe he just has like a whole Christmas feast stored in his place somewhere.
Could be.
All
I mean,
we know is that he's still alive, so it can't be fast metabolism.
well,
because,
this
yeah,
is the
he
thing.
would
Maybe
probably
the
starve.
people he captured, maybe he could
I mean, he is
keep
slim,
them
so
captured alive.
it doesn't look like
Wait.
he would have a fast metabolism.
right. No, but see,
Well,
that's the
maybe-
idea. Like,
look.
with high metabolism, they're constantly throwing that stuff up anyway. They're probably throwing it up and then eating again. It's like absorbing the energies and disposing of excess
Yeah.
waste.
So it would probably be slow metabolism.
A thing is, a lot of people go
just
down
wants to
there,
kill.
and then a lot of people go missing. We don't know 100% if he just eats all of them on the spot. Maybe a thing he does. Maybe he has a
Yeah,
secret
he does
area
kill
for
some of them.
himself. Well, yeah,
Well,
he
I
does
don't know
kill
if
some
any of them.
but some
Like,
of
think
them
about.
he does
hang
not
on.
kill on the spot.
I got a
Their
theory about your
body
point
is
there.
just gone, no piece of blood. A thing that might happen, he might have like a secret room area and keep them alive in there until he's
Listen,
hungry again.
Shush. I get your point. Yeah, I'm trying to make a point on that.
I'm
on your
trying to
point.
explain.
Yeah, we
I
already
know
came
you are.
across that, Dark. You're going across topics we already came across.
Look,
Okay, and another
If-
topic, like I was saying, look, like you said, you don't want.
Dark,
Like
just
you
be
said,
quiet, man. Just be quiet.
1 second. I'm relating to your point here. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that.
we went
I
down
don't
there, so you
know
don't
for
even know
sure
much.
because we don't know the exact spot and location where this guy dwells for periodic amounts of time before he comes back up to past Bane 1 or to our area. I don't know. There could be a secret compartment between. I don't know. I'm not even sure if this guy has the physical ability to do mining of his own. Like, does he burrow in the caves? I know it's made of hard, compact stone, but I mean, it's a possibility. The guy, if he has a slow metabolism, if he has very low, doesn't eat a bunch,
He does
but
have
like,
long
and he stores
claws.
food. If he stores food, right? I don't know exactly how many casualties we've had. We definitely have many. I don't want to say MIA because it's not really action, but I mean, we have missing persons from this cave area.
MIA and KIA.
Yeah, MIA and
Doesn't eat them
KIA,
all.
a mixture
He
of
just
both.
kills them.
Oh.
He eats if he's hungry. So which would be
Okay, so
few.
kills them probably because he doesn't like that. I was just gonna say maybe if we relate to the storing food theory, it's a possibility that for some reason he has them like how spiders wrap up their food in webs before eating them. You know, it's or storing food like squirrels storing acorns inside trees. It's wait 1 second
Yeah.
because you talk for a long period of time, so just wait.
No, this is really fast. This is really fast. Maybe we could use
Don't
someone.
interrupt.
But no,
Just
I'm
say it.
sorry. I'm sorry, but we could use someone that we don't need at all. We could
If you're gonna
have
keep
a
interrupting, I'm gonna have Voskir take you out of the science department. Keep talking, Spoken.
I wouldn't want to mess with him if I were you. He looks he looks buff. Anyway.
As you're saying, Scorpion.
Actually,
let's wrap this up. We should work on waste containment.
Yeah. Okay, so we've already covered basically the basic information. You've got
We have most of the
equipment to
info we
handle that.
need. Let's just focus on containment.
What equipment do you have to handle the cave dweller? What are you going to give to Hito?
He is weakness to light, so we could use that as an advantage. We have speed, so we could be faster than him, as he is seen being pretty faster than the average person without any power. And we have containers that can contain him. So I'd say if we stun him enough, he'll probably end up going blind temporarily, and then that will give us a chance to get find a way to make him unconscious. We can close it off, gas it, get him to sleep or whatever, and then put him in the box and then ship him here.
Right. Containment. I would assume that. Are we going to organize? Are we unorganized or organizing the containment cells in the containment area, the department where we contain them? Like certain anomalies go here, certain anomalies go there, or is it just anomaly here, anomaly there, anomaly here, anomaly there, blah 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 blah?
Yeah,
like, it doesn't
we
matter.
can put him in any of the containment rooms.
Okay,
You
so
might
I
have
just
to-
say since.
We might have to remove the box that are inside the room. That way, because he's probably too big to fit in there.
Right,
the
so-
glass boxes.
right,
so
right,
we might have
so-
to remove one of them to keep him in one of them.
Are we going to eventually experiment with the containment cells depending on each anomaly and make it more fitting for said anomaly, or they're all going to just stay?
Yeah,
the
we
same?
always do that. For the first guy that we have in there right now, we have it set to where basically designed to where he is now. He can't get out due to the lines that are in the glass, which prevents him from it's light refractors or not refractors. Yeah, it's more of dark reflectors.
It makes it
So
where the shadow anomaly
he
can't
can't get
become
out.
the shadow. I get it.
He can't get out. Yeah, it's dark reflectors. So it reflects the darkness back and hit
Hang
him
on.
back. So he won't be able
So-
to get out. So plus we keep extracting most of him because he's made out of shadow. So we keep extracting most of him to the point where he's weak. He can't really do much.
Do you want me
So
on
we keep
standby
him
when you
subdued,
go?
sedated, and contained.
When you go in to capture the cave dweller, do you want me on standby in the nearby area, or do you want me outside or in a safer spot with like cameras? Because you guys, one of you has to wear a body cam.
We'll talk about that after we do containment, and then I'll talk about info. What will happen. But yeah, for the containment room, we plan on probably barring him up and keeping him sedated so he doesn't try to break out. I think that's how we would.
Well,
work
I don't
is
think he
keep him
can
in there.
speak through terminal.
Well, because he'll be barred up. Yeah, you'll most likely just start thrashing at the damn computer. So
yeah, and
I don't
roaring
think
and
he's
making.
much of a talker.
Right, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
he's
think
not- I
there's
don't
really
think
much
he- I don't think
interrogation
he's
to
a
be conducted. It's
person.
more like we're just kind of watching his habits, I guess, at times.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't expect him to be in
He's
containment for very long.
non-interrogatable.
'Cause
Unless he ends up talking, who knows? We don't know. But as far as we know, is that he hasn't talked yet. I mean, we could try it. Like we will try we'll try the different procedures that we could do for him, via interrogation, testing, or ways of extermination.
I feel like you might be
as
kind of
for
like
info-
a slightly smarter zombie.
As far as info, yeah, I highly suggest you don't come in with us. That way, we don't lose science.
Will I
people,
get a-
especially the
will I get
director,
a
obviously.
thing
We
to
don't wanna
watch
lose the
body cam?
director.
I want to, I
Yeah,
wanna watch
you'll
the
be
body cam.
given the camera. One of our soldiers will have that body cam footage, so you'll
Okay.
be able to see. Good thing we have that
What
out.
about Odax?
I had that specifically designed for operation. Odax will definitely be head of the team because I won't be there because I have to run background stuff. So he'll be head of the team. He'll be giving orders.
Okay, your arm's gonna get
I will
tired.
give
if
the
you keep
info
holding
to
it up that
everyone.
long.
Everyone will be informed. Yeah, we're not taking questions anymore. I'll inform them. Odax will give them orders on what to do, and we'll attempt to contain. If it fails, we would have to seal the deeper parts until we figure out another way. Because he may get mad and come out and try to kill us all at that point. I'm pretty sure we would piss him off enough to where he would do that. So.
Right, so are we saving the room with this data on the board, or do you plan to just have it race anyway? Or...
Are we done?
Yeah, I'd say
Or
that.
you got something
Let
else
me
to say?
go ahead and give your last point, but do not take too much of our time because we're on a schedule here.
It's very fast. Number one, okay, we don't have that much time before we start doing this. Number one, we can, again, like I kept bringing up, we can have someone we don't need about the body cam. We could have a tracker and a body cam that has a tracker built into it. Well, yeah, tracker that has the tracker that has a body cam on it.
One of the people, some of the people in Hito, one person most
but
likely
we could
will be wearing a body
have
cam.
someone that doesn't work for us, and if they die, it doesn't hurt us. Instead of having one of our men die, we don't know what the cave dweller would.
How Scorpion said we're not immoral. We're not sending people to get killed in.
Yeah, I know, but
out of
this
the
is the
question.
thing. This is a good thing, but if we don't know what the
It's not a good thing.
we don't.
I don't know
But
who
look,
you think we are, but we are
let's
not
say-
Legion, my friend. If you want to pull them tricks,
But-
go to Legion.
No, wait, but we don't know where. Let's say he hides people somewhere until they eat them at another time, like spiders. We don't know where that is. We can have a tracker on someone we don't need. If they eat, perfect. There's a tracker in them. If he doesn't and he puts them into his
How
secret
would you shoot him
cave,
with a tracker?
we could have
Okay,
a tracker
so then
into that
it
room.
goes straight back to square one. We're not gonna let people die. We're not bringing
shoot
people
him with a
in as
tracker.
prisoners to get them killed. We're not.
But
gonna
for
do it. So
one
that
person
completely
life,
just
we don't.
destroys your whole thing.
But one person life we don't need gives us where he is, where he hides people, and we could
What do you mean we
sneak
don't
attack
need?
him
We
there.
value
Like
all
a
life.
big steak.
What do you mean?
Big
We
steak
don't
with a
have one
tracker
person
inside
of a
of it.
life we don't value.
Like
We can use
That's
for,
the point of us is to
so-
protect
someone from
our
Legion,
people.
from one
Just
our league,
sacrificing someone defeats that. It's immoral.
Not a war, dude.
And it's
But
gonna start controversy and all that.
one
We
person
can't do
life
that.
could
It's out of the
tell
picture
us
now.
One
where
person's
he
life
is,
could lead
and
to
we
a
could
total
sneak
another
attack him.
conflict and another bigger war, because we already have problems with Broken Legion, and for some reason, if we get rebels and civilians becoming insurgents
I'm
against
not gonna
us,
lie,
that's a big
during our
issue.
old space station, we did have a civil war situation before. If we didn't know that yet, the ACRF was involved in everything.
What was the
Why would you
ACRF
shoot
remember
him
again?
that
with a
back then?
tracker?
You remember it back then?
I remember, but I don't remember who the ACRF was. I forgot.
They were
I remember
basically
some
the anti-civil riot force.
Okay. Right. We're not trying to start that again. We don't need that again. I get your point, but no more further questions. This concludes today's meeting. Bottom line is, you've got the information you need. You can disperse that information
relay
to
it.
your Hito troops. And Odax, you will be leading the Hito, I guess. Who is getting the body cam? How many people are going in? Who's getting the body cam?
We'll discuss that when the operation starts. We'll do.
No offense to Viper, but like I feel like someone
we'll
who
do
is
a
in
briefing.
VR.
We'll do equipping, and then we'll do operation commencing. Yeah, I know. It's definitely going to be VR player. Well, to be honest, it really doesn't matter how it works, because it's a backpack item. So screen.
I
or
know, but
VR
depending on
player.
how
It
screen
works
mode
perfectly fine.
player. Okay, it just depends on where the camera's
It works
attached. Is
perfectly
it,
fine
is it
for
connected to
whoever's
their chest? Is it connected to their dome? I mean,
Side. It's
Side,
connected to the
okay.
side of them, so it doesn't matter if there's screen or not.
what you doing in my office chair, bro?
But yeah, everyone drop their
Scorpion.
guns. I'm gonna end the game. Soon we're gonna save.
Right, 1 second. You still have the marker in the
Game
eraser.
over.
That's fine.
Corporation likes cat.
I could just undo it.
So
Did anyone take a picture of the
I
board
was-
by any chance?
I think it'll be better on screen because like
I'm saving the
I
room.
can. Because like I stand still like perfectly still, and VR players move all over the place.
Eh. But I feel like the
And I
screen
was
mode might
watching,
cause
I was watching you
camera
Al on the
obstruction.
camera, I could barely see a thing. So we should test it before we decide which platform gets to use it.
Bro, this save screen is taking
Oh
tremendous
my
amount
god,
of
that was
time.
loud.
What is happening? Why is the screen black?
It's a limit speak to room. There's
Oh.
in here that has to be.
Like,
deleted.
double
Okay,
blue.
alright, I'm
Oh,
concluding.
bro.
This concludes my recording.
That's what it does. Thing it saves and then it adds everything back.